game.
The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Share to Facebook. I guess I'll post it like that and then put it in the scrimmage section. Copy link, go to the schedule/film room, right? Then he said scroll all the way down to the scrimmage section. God damn it. Okay, I think I put it in the scrimmage room. No, schedule/film room. Yep. Okay, there it is. I am eating tuna.
Football 101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second and very short, Goff. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Delayed give, Goff to Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 28-yard line.
Cut, 180. Check, 47. Right.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive.
Okay.
On 1st and 10, Goff going up top. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Looking for Woods that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. This pass complete to Reynolds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And the good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Line 20. Ric Flair.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
You got a good offense. I'm not going to lie.
1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Kill. 36.
So after the INT, it's Brees. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I got you, boy.
Now Brees on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 18 yards and a 1st down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too.
95-56.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
21.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to...
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one goes for 24 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
At the 37-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Corey Littleton coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. On play action, now Breeze. Looking long for time. This is caught inside the 15. 33 yards that time. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that can spark a big burst right here.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
General West.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And Lutz puts this one through. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you...
And that's caught inside the 35. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 51 yards. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff eluding the pressure right. And he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Well, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Eric Weddle. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Here's Breeze to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Breeze. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At their 48-yard line.
Ready. 95-56. 95-56.
Throwing now is Breeze. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And that's caught by Smith. That one good for 24 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Toss play, Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Breeze now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Breeze. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That's good for a
The only
gain of
reason
6.
that I'm not
2nd and goal.
kind of running
from
a lot
inside the
is
5.
because he keeps trying to blitz me, so I'm just trying to get the passes off as fast as I can.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer
That's
here.
fine,
It's
that's
3rd
fine.
and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. And it'll be intercepted.
Fuck.
John Johnson with the INT. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at the 20.
Check 14. Check 14.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Try to get it to Woods, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Well, he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Sherrills. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
Ready. Go, lady.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
God.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line
I never
flat out
heard
cannot
that the
handle this
Rams
pass
is
rush.
actually
It's been
calling a
demonstrated
blitz
time and
play
time
almost
again.
every single play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Breeze going to throw. And complete right side to Cook. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game.
Fuck Drew Brees then.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze.
Yes, baby. Fuck yeah. You see, you should have played linebacker because that shit happens right there.
Across midfield. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I know, bro. I know I'm probably going to throw a pick like this next play or the play after that.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Breeze now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
What the hell? I was doing slant on my receiver went first, but somehow his guy came over my guy.
At the 37-yard line.
I'm never happy.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start out on the ground with and I think this
that's what I thought.
Knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
5 receivers.
Out of the gun. Goff. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the
I'm
tight
good,
end.
bro. I'm good. I got this shit.
A big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff.
Right there.
This. They
Boom.
get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
Oh, fuck.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Roughing the passer.
Incomplete. It's Hill.
Oh, fuck.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
All right, let's see how you want to play.
Now Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Fuck.
You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Off to Thomas on the left side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
Oh, fuck, I picked the wrong play.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Shotgun now for Breeze. Under pressure here, and down he goes.
Can I go for it since it's fourth quarter, or do I have to punt?
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
But this is just a scrimmage game. So.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Down, set. Tony Romo's the best QB.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze.
Oh, what the fuck? I threw the ball.
Gets to him again. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond. Now look at this.
Fuck yeah.
They need it. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. Woods, the intended receiver.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
Now Breeze. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
We go 21.
Now a play fake. Breeze. Over the middle, it's Jared Cook. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Damn.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. Now Breeze finding Kamara, and he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Come on,
11
baby.
yards there, 1st down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And this is
touchdown!
And he'll into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jared Cook, 26 yards. And once again, the Saints are back out in front.
This is the Saints head coach. Yes, I want to thank my team for pulling off an amazing victory.
Stages as a field goal now can only tie.
But at the same time, there's a minute 25 left.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Let's do this.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
So quick
on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use their timeouts.
Now a deep ball on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
But what's it called, Ram? You did play a good defense. Right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you.
No.
Make everything get completed.
No, you did play a good defense.
The Rams on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick up the field with Gurley. I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
If you pick up these 2 yards, I'm done.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th.
17.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. Now a desperation throw deep.
He didn't pick it up.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Gurley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Oh my God, I'm kind of scared right now. Hope I win this game.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down.
Guess what, guys? Guess what? But next year's Madden 21 is going to be better than Madden 20.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down.
Value 3.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. Being chased out left. Now a desperation throw deep down.
Yes!
Oh, a crusher as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
Fuck.
Going to seal this victory as time runs
Good shit, bro. Good game. This was a fucking badass game.
Fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play.
Yo, Marion.
Defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot, had to take it.